Welcome to the Climb Pathways presentation, Personality Type Considerations. If you are an extrovert, remember to listen patiently when others are talking, pay attention to nonverbal cues, ask for an opinion, allow others to share, focus on being concise and summarize what you want to convey. After you have finished making your point, check for understanding. If the office is a little too quiet, play some music to help you work, but use headphones. If you work with an extrovert, remember that they do well in situations that offer group creativity. Give them opportunities to discuss solutions and ideas, and offer them feedback. Give nonverbal cues, as extroverts are good at reading body language. Most importantly, understand their energy. They might need more of it if they've been in a solo environment for a while. Schedule a meeting, as this could be a great way to re-energize them. If you are an introvert, consider becoming a social introvert by engaging in office networking for a few minutes each day. Watch your posture, make eye contact, hold your head high, look confident. Remember to smile because this will help you appear to be more approachable, social, and upbeat. Try to view any chance to speak in front of an audience as preparation for a time in the future when you'll really need this skill. If you work with an introvert, hold the hugs, turn down the music, and give them some space. Ask them for their opinion. Create opportunities for them to speak without interruption. Use email if you want to get their clearest thoughts because it builds in time for them to think. Introverts often keep their emotions, interests, ideas, and thoughts to themselves. Building trust and a solid relationship over time can make a difference and may help them share their ideas. If you are a sensor, tolerate the need of others to brainstorm. If the discussion goes off topic, gently bring it back to the task at hand. If you believe that a proposed change isn't in the best interest of the team, express your reasons. You are realistic about the chances of failure. So if you need more detail for a change, follow up and get the information you need. Try to remain aware and watchful of the need for a proper balance between work and play. If you work with a sensor type, show evidence in the form of facts, details, and examples. Have a well-thought-out plan with details worked out in advance. Be direct. Show logical sequence of steps using concepts and strategies sparingly. Focus on the day-to-day consequences of the plan. If you are an intuitive, stay on task while discussing specific concrete issues. If you believe a procedure isn't working as well as it could, evaluate whether the benefit of change outweighs the cost. Remember that small changes are easier to implement than big ones. If others seem resistant to change, assume that they have valid concerns. Encourage them to express those concerns. During the change process, look for ways to build on existing expertise. Make sure you provide enough detail for sensing types on the team to understand and feel comfortable with their tasks. Take time to appreciate what is, not just what could be. If you work with an intuitive type, present ideas and global concepts first. When provided an idea, hypothesis, or summary, don't ask for details. Accept the intuitive conclusion at face value as a working hypothesis. Be patient because work may come in spurts or bursts of energy. Let intuitives dream and encourage their imagination. Thinkers. Avoid blunt communication unless the situation requires it. Express the positives before expressing the negatives. When approached with a new idea, discuss the potential benefits before raising potential pitfalls. Include subjective data along with objective data. Remember that feeling reasoning is a rational process, and that feeling types tend to make better decisions when they consider personal values. Don't disregard your own feeling reasoning. Use it to supplement your thinking reasoning, especially when making decisions affecting people. If you work with a thinking type, be brief, concise, and logical. Be intellectually critical and objective. Be calm and reasonable. Present your feelings and emotions as additional facts to be weighed in a decision. If you are a feeler, watch for the tendency to communicate indirectly. For example, don't say, "Don't you think?" when you really mean, "I think." If someone challenges your ideas, don't interpret this as rejection. When making an argument, present objective data before subjective data. If you work with a feeler, introduce yourself and get to know the person. Be personable and friendly. Demonstrate empathy by showing areas of agreement first. Be aware that how you communicate is as important as what you are communicating. If you are a judger, don't let your desire for closure lead you to make a decision before you've gathered sufficient information. And don't become so attached to your plans that you miss out on new opportunities. Remember that your way isn't the only good way. Tolerate the need for perceiving types to experiment. Offer to take on tasks at the end of a project to tie up loose ends. If you work with a judger, present a timetable and stick to it. Provide warning if a schedule needs to be changed. Prioritize achievements and decisions reached so far. Document areas that require more work or discussion, and acknowledge the need for closure on short time. If you are a perceiver, don't let your desire to gather information keep you from making a timely decision. Don't rely on improvisation to point out the fact that you failed to plan ahead. Offer to take on tasks at the beginning of a project when your level of enthusiasm is at its peak. Remember that others may be less tolerant of clutter than you are, so keep shared spaces neat. If you work with a perceiver, give them time to let things flow. Acknowledge the time for creativity. Offer new ideas and possibilities. Encourage autonomy and personal freedom. Realize a change in direction isn't necessarily impulsiveness.